Tristram is safe. I go now to Caldeum, the great city of the East. It has fallen before one of the last lords of hell, Belial. I will set this city free.
New goods today. Please look, you won't be disappointed.
Here we are. Caldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench on the air.
Our paths lead apart. You search for Belial and I will seek Magda. Her end will bring rest to Cain's spirit.
I have never been outside the city my entire life. I have never even been outside the palace. When they threw us out here, I thought I would die. I was terrified. But now, look at this view. I have never understood how large the world actually was. It is beautiful.
Hey, you! Come here! Got some new stuff for you to look at.
As the shepherd watches over his flock, so shall I care for those who seek.
Did you think that you would return to Caldeum?
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father?
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either.
You seem down today. Tell me what Miriam can do for you.
The spirits speak to me of the great evil the Coven does. These are not happy things.
Those spirits of yours need to lighten up. So the demon lords want to crush all humanity beneath their heel. Does that mean you can't smile? The cultists are making a great mess of things out in the desert. They deserve the painful death you will bring to them.
What does the Coven mean to do?
They are torturing and killing innocent villagers to lure you into their trap. But you'll get the better of them, won't you? An enchanting young woman, who is much more than her youth suggests, will come to your aid today. She can be of great help to you, so try to be polite, will you?
Why is her aid important to me this day? What will happen?
The Coven will use deception to try to ambush you. Ugh, how predictable.
Wait, back up a moment. What was that you said about an enchanting young woman?
Ah, Celdo. Unlike me, she will be immune to your charming advances. But it doesn't hurt to try, does it? I was just talking to Hedrick. He is still denying his grief. He really needs to open up. If he would just let me comfort him, it would do him a world of good.
Caldeum. Everything Uncle Deckard left me leads to this place. It's strange. I first met him here when I was only a child, and now his loss feels heavier than ever. He was right about everything all along. We have to stop Belial before it's too late.
God, where did these refugees come from?
I am not a god. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, but even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
Then we share a common foe. I seek Magda, but I do not know where to find her.
She's heading toward Alcarus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost. All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcarus. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why do they stay here? Why do they not go in the city?
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakarum priests find the successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that, but everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Have you heard? Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us.
There is some justice in this world after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools. But even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. And they have to sleep sometime.
This gate leads to Alcarus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Kasim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Kasim outpost, seek out Captain David.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
My family. I lost my whole family out there.
The last Emperor wouldn't have treated us like this. His death was convenient for the boy, wasn't it?
All this pain and suffering. This is what happens when you let a child sit on the throne.
If only the Emperor and his guard had gone mad sooner. All these people being locked out of the city has really helped my trade.
Everything I had was in Alcarus. I am ruined.
Alcarus is being destroyed by the Coven. I've seen people skinned alive.
Don't look at me like that. I'm no common thief. I just temporarily mislaid my purse. This store's owner would be proud to let someone like me purchase his vegetables on credit. Were he here.
Hilnar has new goods today. Come!
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
Your Imperial Guard would let us die here. At least the Iron Wolves try to aid us.
Mention them again, and I will leave your corpse for them to find.
The Emperor must listen.
Life in the borderlands was hard, but we had our dignity. We came here for help, and how do they treat us? Like animals.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Be safe and learn what you can. When I return, Magda will trouble us no more.
Be careful. Alcarus sounds like Magda's trap.
Shudder, child, what is that foul stench?
It's the sewer, sir. That hole goes right into it.
I'm sure our Emperor had his reasons for closing the gates, but how are we expected to sleep scant inches from tunnels packed with filth?
A bit of advice, my lord. If I were you, I would sleep with my back against a wall.
Something tells me this will be an interesting journey. You think she fancies me?
Who?
Your friend, Lair.
No.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
They may find that difficult. I have come to kill them and their leader.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you.
Well now, it's my lucky day.
There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
I appreciate your concern, but these cultists are known to me. I do not fear their traps.
A good shot!
The Lacuni, or Panther Men as they are sometimes called, have inhabited the desert wastes east of Chaldean for thousands of years. The large males are the tribe's leaders and protectors, while the agile females are expert hunters. Mostly they are primitive and reclusive creatures, although they will attack if cornered or hungry.
Stay back. They're in the rocks.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
That cannot be. The way is blocked.
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones.
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Irena.
Thank you, Irena. But tell me why you are truly here. I sense you have a greater purpose.
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
Is the road ahead so filled with danger?
More than Lacuni stalk the road. Cultists cast their spells from 2 desert lairs to disguise the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there. There is another illusion here. The cultists tried to hide their footsteps, but their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic. This is one of the cultists' lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
The ritual is disrupted!
This should remove part of the illusion.
I'll remove more than that.
Akarat bless you.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
Look, more hidden footprints.
It seems that the Fallen are indeed creatures of demonic origin. The old heraldic tale claims they were once powerful servants of the mythical Asmodan. They purportedly aided him in his battle against the prime evils, and Diablo later punished them by twisting them into the small, stupid forms they now possess.
With all my might!
The deserts of Kyrgyzstan are majestic, expansive, and full of stinging swarms of insects. They may seem a minor nuisance, but these vermin carry numerous strains of pestilence. One of them was trapped in my boot once, and my foot swelled up to the size of a melon before the infection cleared. What horrible creatures! The Dune Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore. I once saw a thresher in the flesh, and it rather disagreed with my constitution.
Quite the weather out here.
This is no time to bask in the sun.
The cultists are probably enjoying it. Why shouldn't we?
Finally! This is interesting!
The truth burns you. I strike at your heart. My strike is true.
did ya?
However did you become so good at charming others?
I learned the charm spell long ago and spent many hours practicing it.
That's not what I... Never mind.
I strike at your heart. I need to go back.
more hidden footprints.
Needs more time.
Look, more hidden footprints. This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
The ritual is disrupted!
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
What?
I owe you my life. Bless you.
They tortured my poor husband.
We will avenge him.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarus. If I were you, I would set a trap at the Kasim outpost. But I am not you. For all I know, you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow I think I could manage it.
I like your dress.
But I am not wearing a dress.
I know. That's what I like.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
Belial and Asmodan, lords of hell, plan to destroy us all. I shall destroy them first.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
I am so alone.
That girl is not real.
Finally! This is interesting!
The spirits aid me!
More gold for me!
think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
Much of the magic of this world has been lost over the millennia. Fight by my side. We can destroy the Lords of Hell together.
The Prophet has foreseen our victory. I am fond of this one. A powerful ability. I practiced so long for that. I will use it well.
Now to find the Qasim outpost.
You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away. Fire forces are closing in! Raise your weapon!
My curse upon you!
what I have trained for.
This is no trick. The road is blocked. I must go through the Qasim outpost to the west.
Who's there? Please, don't eat me.
Come out, child. I won't hurt you.
I thought you were one of the bad people, or maybe even a demon. They killed my father, but I won't let them kill what he worked for. He was a great merchant. I'm going to be just like him.
A brave heart beats within you, little one.
About a week has passed since the cultists found us. Mama told me to hide. I was always good at hiding. No one could ever find me because I would choose the places where no one wanted to look. Then they dragged my parents away. I can still hear them screaming.
Each and every crusader was a warrior of rare strength. They had mastered the power of light, of weapon and shield, and of self. Each was sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. 200 years ago, they took their apprentices and set out into the eastern swamplands. They were never heard from again. Until now.
These serpentine demons are Belial's favored servants, and he has granted them some of his skill in cunning and illusion. Deceivers will cloak themselves in the familiar forms of their enemies' companions and friends, waiting to strike when the moment is opportune. It is only then that their true forms are revealed.
Something is funny.
I just recalled something the Prophet said about you.
What was that? My curse upon you! My curse upon you!
Dangerous demons are large and imposing. The dust imps are little more than children in size, but they possess the cunning and bloodlust of far larger creatures. They take cover in the shadows, emerging only when viable prey wanders too close. Then they ambush, leaving little more than bones behind them.
that the Crusaders have returned, and that they mean to go to the west. But who are these tall, blonde warriors? They look nothing like the Crusaders who set out from Travincal 200 years ago. And those who inhabit the ruins of that ancient city suspect trickery.
Really dress in that manner?
Somewhere less. Why?
Oh, I was merely curious.
Enemy we have laid low.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the seven evils and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
Opens before me. A perfect strike.
Let us cleanse it from this land.
Overburdened. Your evil undoes you.
The Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
I need to go back.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Have these lands changed much since you were here last?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
I stayed outside last night. I tried to ignore the silence, but the empty air felt like an open mouth above my head. Eventually, I realized I had to sleep. If someone was going to kill me, I was already dead. I hadn't slept that well in years.
Hey, you! Come here. Got some new stuff for you to look at.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid one last time.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find. I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
You do bring me joy, but love is not something to be joked about.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills, but we know the real reason you've brought us along with you. Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
Please don't.
The city has many secrets, and I still remember most of them. I can get into Chaldeum through the sewers if I avoid the Imperial Guard. While I'm out, my friend has sworn to take down Magda. It won't bring Uncle Deckard back, but we'll all be relieved when she's gone.
I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
I am not sure that the darkness you speak of is not in the order you serve. You must be able to remember your past to know the truth.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
Ground or Tatso root would uncover every memory in your head, or make you blind. It is a dangerous route.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order. I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed Jondar.
I still say I see no darkness in you, but tell me your plan.
I found a journal on Jondar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it, but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
Fear haunts your words. Why?
Jondar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? Matters not, for I must do this anyway.
Do you have any other family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
Is he a thief also?
No, he was a member of the city guard.
That seems odd.
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
Tell me about your time.
Beautiful cities towered up toward the heavens, but they were full of wickedness. The Vigerai ruled them with will's sharpest stone.
Who were the Vigerai?
A clan of mages, bound more by their lust for power than by blood. I see that their influence has waned in this age.
Was the prophet one of them?
Oh no, he meant to punish the Vigerai. They were the first to summon demons into this land. It is too quiet.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Qasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
If you need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert heat.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
You must open the gate. I need to go to Alcarus.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
There is a sacrifice here, but it is not I. Your master sent you to this place as bait to take me from Caldeum.
No! He would never betray me! Strike her down!
Your master is the Lord of Lies. You matter not to him.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
Has Magda reached Alcarus?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then you must open this gate. I must save who I can.
time to talk. My brothers need us.
Stay strong! I won't let you die while I still... Thanks, but there's no time for pleasantries. Save my men. They're scattered in this cave.
Let's help the others before they fall. I won't fall to you, rotten beast! Thank you. That's everyone. Let us report back to the captain.
Everyone's accounted for. Or dead. All right, men. Finish patching up these two and let's get out of this damned pit.
Yes, sir. Wait. Do you hear that? Another ambush!
Men, kill that big Lacuni! Fine battle. Thank you for your help.
Brave souls. May your friends recover soon.
I've spent months searching these deserts for the Rygnar idol. It is here, in these ruins. I know it. I've survived starvation, dehydration, cultists, demons. This place is too much for me. You look like you could help me find it. I've come too close. I can't fail now.
I will help you. Overburdened.
Only the most talented mages can summon skeletal guardians. It takes great power to form these tall, slim constructs from their unstable reagents. And even more power to sustain them. In the hands of a master, however, the Guardians can become powerful weapons capable of defending their posts until the end of time.
Smash their heads in. Crush them.
This was some kind of magical device. Spells run under these halls, like veins beneath the skin. We must tread carefully.
The idol! We found it! It was all worth it. Everything!
Do not be hasty. Everything has a price.
Now that it is at hand, I find myself filled with trepidation. Would you take it for me? died. You weren't here.
You are not equipped to hunt treasure out here. You should get back to the city.
Perhaps you're right. Thanks for helping me retrieve the idol, and for saving my life. I never thought I'd become a treasure hunter, but I also never thought my family's fortunes would sink so low. Yesterday, I heard a nobleman asking about the Rygnar idol, an artifact that belonged to the great mage Zoltan Kuhl. If I can retrieve it, my family will never go hungry again.